Good morning, world. Yeah, I went to bed early last night. I think about 2:30, 2 o'clock. Got up at like 8:30. So, all right, the Delphi case. Everyone's asking about the DNA and why did it take so long? Well, here's the thing: the DNA they had, I imagine, probably didn't match the people that they thought it was. Uh, Meaning, it probably was either contact DNA or it was someone else's DNA that had a perfect alibi, and that would mean it was a setup. They tried to stage it to look like it was somebody else. So, or the other thing is it was dog DNA, meaning the girls must have there must have been an animal there, or the girls must have had some kind of evidence on their body or something that there was an animal uh, there. Maybe a dog, some kind of an animal or something there, and that's how they got DNA. Oh, now they did say they had DNA, but it was from somebody else. The DNA was not collected at the crime scene from some of the videos I've seen. It was collected from somebody's house. Well, what does that tell you? Well, that tells me them two girls, or the person that did it, the girls possibly were at their house. And that would take us to the theory that the girls weren't killed there; they were staged, they were dumped there, and that makes sense. A lot of people are saying, "No, he wore a bunch of clothes." I don't think so. I think the jacket he had on was filled with dolls, uh, and I don't even think the photos that are on that, some of them photos that they're showing, a bridge guy. Uh, Something is suspicious about that. The clothes he's wearing, everyone thinks he's doubled up with clothes, got a bunch of jackets on, and I don't think he does. I think the puffiness we're seeing in his jacket are the dolls that everybody kept talking about. The kid dolls that were shoved in his jacket, probably that were at the crime scene. Do I think he went back out the same way he came in or whatever? No, I don't think so. I don't think nobody's seen him. I think he came in from a totally different area, didn't even cross that area where people are saying. I think he best bet he probably came in from the cemetery. And why I say that is because it makes sense. It was hidden, tucked off the side of the road, and if there was a vehicle there, people would have thought they were visiting a dead family member or something. And I think that's probably where he came in. You know, probably came in through the cemetery, walked up around the bridge or around the creek, and then ambushed the girls possibly. And that's what I'm thinking. And there was definitely more than one person there. And I believe there's more than two people on that recording. So, and I'm starting to lean towards they had DNA, but the people's DNA that it was probably had an alibi, or the police checked it out and they said no, no alibi, whatever. So that means if he had DNA there, but they were proven not to be there or whatever, then that was either contact DNA or a setup. We'll find out soon enough. And like I said, there's more than one person involved in this whole thing. So people need to stop looking at it was one guy. You know, there was many involved in it, and many that are being picked up for it. But like I said before, I think we have a couple of these guys already in custody, and they're looking for more. You know, no, a lot of people are. Who was Bridge Lady with the dog? That was there walking her dog or whatever. People are saying, well, it was this lady and yada yada yada. Well, I imagine they all scrambled from that area, meaning they didn't. They knew the jig was up. No, there's some people saying that the bridge lady or dog lady actually lived in that house in the back there or whatever. I don't believe so. I think these people got a hold of the social media, got a hold of it, or the people that were involved, or possibly family members of the people that were involved, tried to cover it up. Uh, that's what I'm thinking. Do I think witchery and sorcery is involved? Yes. Do I think we have to punish these people for what they've done? Yes. Yes. Real. It's going to get real, folks. There's no way around it. It's going to get real. And I think the people, the cause of this, the police were right. Once the people find out that these people had a hand in it or covering it up, whatever they used, whatever, they're making it real. Witchery and sorcery will be something you get hunted down for, uh, and taken out. It's just something they're not going to put up with anymore. That's old bull crap. It makes sense. Could it have been a sacrificial thing or something like that? Sure. Could have been a lot of things. But here's the main thing. It's going to get real. I know a lot of you people are going, how could this have happened? Easily. Easily. You know, every country is not our ally. They'll say they're your allies, but literally they're killing your own people as you say they're allies or whatever. But like I said, it is going to get real. They are going to hunt these people down. They are going to go ahead and find these people that were involved in it. This gang that they keep talking about. And Chadwell was talking about. And Greeno and all them. And people, these guys think that these guys are afraid of them. These guys are not afraid of Reno, the sleuth, any of these dudes. They'll take them out. I guarantee you that much. They will. They are not afraid of these guys. The team that came in to clean this mess up that these people created are some bad mofos, and they don't need no stinking badges. You know, I keep telling people that when terrorism is involved, these dudes will get taken out, and you won't even know about it. I ain't afraid of these punk ass punks. Keep fighting, keep picking them up, keep serving papers, keep doing whatever you guys got to do. But like I said, we didn't create this mess. And there's one thing I do agree with the sheriff, the Indiana Sheriff's Department, is although they weren't there, they are the cause of the problem. Meaning they might not have done whatever to the girls, uh, but some of these people are wrapped up into it, and the cause of it made it worse. You know, like Greeno. I keep telling, turn yourself in if you're wanted. If you made it all up and it's all an illusion in your head, get help. You know, go get help and uh, put a video out there that was all made up. You know, my opinion, all these people getting that, they're all teaming up. You know, and they gave themselves away. You know, they gave themselves away with teaming up with all these crime people, thinking, oh, people are going to be scared. Oh no, they're not. They're not afraid of these guys at all. These guys are the best of the best of the best that come to clean this mess up that these people created with their little gangs and clubs and YouTube channels. So, like I said, it's going to get real. People don't think it's going to get real. It's going to get real. It's just they're waiting for a certain time. And like I said, whenever terrorist tactics are used, and these murders are terrorism, if you ask me, they're all labeled. They're all put in a little homeland security boxes. Terrorism. They're all terrorizing the society. That's my opinion. Uh, I don't think some of these YouTube channels should be have telling family members and young women and kids to go out to Delphi, Indiana, to walk the bridge and walk the trails and everything. I find it sickening, just sickening, that it's like they're, hey, open up the bridge again. They never caught the real thing that happened. It was such a confusion. They can get away with it again, and that's pretty much what I think they're doing. Is they want you women to go out to Delphi, Indiana. They want the kids to go out to Delphi, Indiana, because it's a killing field in Delphi, Indiana, that bridge area. And if they would dig around out there, I bet you'd find more people out there. It's like the Moab killings and the Petito killings. What did I say? I bet you if you dig around out there more, you're going to find more girls. And they did. 8 girls and 2 guys, I think. And I believe Brian Laundrie's probably still alive. Something's going on. Something big is going on. Something really big is going on. You know, something really big is going on. I think the police did the investigation in Delphi, found out that the people that the DNA was there or whatever actually weren't there, had alibis. You know, they might have been a part of it, but they weren't actually there. The police can't put them there. And that would make sense why they haven't. It wasn't an open and shut case like everyone thought it was going to be. I think the police thought it was a certain individual. Once they found out, got the information, and it didn't add up, they went ahead and investigated it more. And I think they're on the right track, though. And they're going to start cracking down on these alt accounts or fake accounts on YouTube and social media. You know, is it possible the theory I had was right? They were lured there uh, for someone to do the killing, meaning someone lured them there, but not the person that did the killings. Yes, they found broken dishes. They found 8 girls out there by Gabby Petito and the Moab girls. Uh, 8 or 9 girls and 2 guys. They found out they're dead. Uh, and I imagine there's probably more because that area, there ain't nothing out there. So it's probably a dumping field for some psycho nut jobs. Or it was a dumping field for Brian Laundrie and his, you know. I got some theories on Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito. Them themselves might have been stalked. You know, Brian Laundrie probably was a killer, and Gabby Petito was not his first victim. You just don't wake up one day and decide you're going to kill the girl that you're madly in love with and you share a bed with and have intimate sex with and stuff. Uh, you just don't do that. So that tells me that either it wasn't Brian Laundrie and it was a look-alike, someone that looked like Brian Laundrie. Something's up. Something big is going to pop on that Petito case and Brian Laundrie case. If you look at the cases, all the MOs match. The Delphi girls were half naked or whatever. The Moab girls were found half naked. Petito was found half naked. The other girls were found similar ways. So it does mean that somebody's doing something. Uh, and it's more than one guy. That's all I can say. And these are ongoing cases. The Delphi case is still an ongoing case and will be for a while. If my theory is right, I think they hit a vein. You know, they hit a gold vein, and there's probably many people involved in the Delphi case. Same thing with the Petito case and the Moab girl case. Do I think them two are connected? I believe so. And what these YouTubers did was they lied to people. I threw my theory out there right away. I studied all three of the cases, and I'm like, they're similar. But yet, some of these YouTubers, you're nuts. You know, you're completely nuts. They're not connected in any way, but they are. They are. I have a feeling it was government connected, meaning there's no way these people got away with killing all these people and the government not know about it. That's my opinion on it. That means these guys must be authority, police. That's the only way. There's no way around it. Either they were government people and it was a staged killing, or they were cops or whatever and they got away with it. It was covered up. And that means there's probably going to be police and stuff that are going to be being brought in and questioned or whatever, possibly just taken out by the the people they hired to come in and clean this mess up that these people created. The whole thing with Anthony Shots. Well, he's a cop now. I don't care if he's a cop now. What does that got to do with solving the case? His photos and stuff were used to lure girls to kill. Uh, and right off the bat, the police probably knew that. And, when did he become a cop? Was it before 2017 or was it after the girls were killed and they didn't know who Anthony Shots was yet? He became a cop or whatever. So, why? An alibi. He's a cop, Cop ain't going to do that. But let me tell you, police, I've seen some very dirty, dirty stuff. It's going to get interesting. I'll tell you that much. And these cases will never be over. And there is still an active warrant for Brian Laundrie through the FBI agency. And that tells me that they must think Brian Laundrie is still alive. And I do too. So get ready, get set. It's going to be a humdinger 2022. It's already starting off to be just as bad as 2021. Oh, sure, there is broken dishes. There's corruption and everything. If they can make $1, they'll do it. If they can make $1 off a dying little girl or a missing girl or whatever, they'll do it. Even the Evansdale killings were the same. The two girls that were killed with the Evansdale fit the MO of Gabby and or Abby and Libby. So what are we dealing with? We're dealing with a bunch of people. Maybe one guy is the ringleader, whatever it is. Uh, whatever it may be, there's a bunch of them. Could it have been a trucker? Some people keep bringing up, well, it could have been a trucker. It could have been somebody out there. It could be. Well, here's the reason. Because if it is a trafficking ring, how would they transport them across country without being, well, a semi truck? You throw them in the back of the truck in the trailer, and you drive across country. So that makes sense if they were doing this to a bunch of people. But I don't see it. I think it was all staged. Thus force the dolls laying around the girls' bodies in Delphi, Indiana. Somebody was trying to do something. Somebody was either sending a sign to somebody, a message. And the message, why would they scatter little tiny dolls around and stuff? There's only two things. Either we're dealing with a bunch of sickos or a bunch of people that tried to make it look like it was some serial killer, some psycho. But really it was these gangs or group of people or whatever. Johnny Marr is an R&B singer. Short little guy. I don't know. He's an R&B singer or something like that. He's a pretty good singer. The Smiths was an old band back in the day. If that's who you're talking about. There's so many Smiths. I don't know who they're talking about. Uh, Good God, I probably know 4 or 5 Smiths. You know, oh, who don't know someone named Smith? So that's my thing. You know, my theory on it. This, like I said, the Delphi case is going to be going on for a while. No, no. Chris Watts killed his wife and 2 daughters for the simple fact is he's an evil person. He's just nuts. Sex and stuff drove him. Nothing to do with petroleum or oil broken dishes. My opinion, nothing to do with that. It was strictly based on he didn't like the vagina that he was sleeping with no more. And he had some on the side. And he thought he can get away with some kind of crazy witch fairy, sorcery, whatever you want to call it, that he can get away with killing his wife and 2 kids. And here's the real thing you people don't understand. Chris Watts admitted he killed his little daughters before he put them in the truck, and one of them came back to life after he strangled them. Now, do you people realize what kind of person we're dealing with? He admitted it. He killed all 3 of them before they even were put in the vehicle. That's the first tape that ever came out. He admitted he killed all 3 of them. One of them came back to life and came running up to him. That's the shadow you're seeing underneath the truck of somebody running up to him. That was his daughter. There was nothing to do with gasoline or petroleum that killed Shannon and the 2 girls in the Chris Watts thing. Had nothing to do with it. That's just an scapegoat. Uh, he was an evil person. And he got wrapped up into another piece of vagina and thought he can get away with killing his family and making it look like they were took off and ran or whatever. I'm glad though we're going to start getting rid of these people for this witchery shit that they've been doing and sorcery, sacrificial shit. These people should have been taken off the earth a long time ago. Ah. They really should have. And they will be. Like I said, something big is going on in them cases, and we got to be safe. Homeland Security, Pentagon, we got to stay on the ball because these are terrorists. They're hiring terrorists to try and cover up shit, and we're going to hunt these people down. And it all made sense with the Petito case and Brian Long. What are all these? They all have hot phones, fake phones, SIM cards, and everything. Terrorists. We spent 20 years in other countries looking for these people. We'll clean this country, whether you people like it or not. And we will get rid of this scum out of this earth. Disgusting what you people let happen on this earth. But we will get to them all, I guarantee you that. And the ground will shake, and the earth will light up like Christmas trees. But enough is enough with these cases. These people were given freedoms that they should have never had. Ah, ah. And as America is vulnerable right now with all these variants and all this politic crap going on, we got to be safe. We got to be on the ball 24/7. The military don't shut down, boys. It's a machine. Uh, we got to keep an eye on things because this is the perfect time for these people to come in and start causing havoc. Ah. Bendejo says it's about fracking. I know. They shouldn't be pumping shit into the ground to mine, which that's fracking. They pump a bunch of liquid with chemicals in the ground to split the earth so they can mine and do shit. So, but it has nothing to do with that, Bendejo. It's got everything to do with it's time to clean the earth. and the Lord is sending signals out. He's going to clean the earth again. And I don't blame them. All the skunk sucking leeches and witches that we should have got rid of a long time ago, but everybody said, you're killing all these people. Yeah, I know, but we didn't write the rules. And, it was in the Bible. I don't make the rules. I'm just a peon. Ain't nothing we can do about it. This is what happens when you let a country have freedoms where you can kill people and slaughter them to worship some kind of a demon or the devil or whatever. This is what happens. You got mass chaos in your country. You got no country. You got a bunch of sickos. So what's going to happen in the Delphi case? I imagine they're going to continue to pick these guys up, hunt them down, like the dog was saying. The bounty hunter. A real life manhunt. And people think, oh, it's just a joke. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It is a real life manhunt, woman hunt, whatever you want to call it, witch hunt, whatever you want to call it. Uh, has it gotten way out of hand? Oh, definitely. They should have nipped it in the bud a long time ago. But they refuse to. Why? Corruption. The devil. This is what happens when you have a freedom, a country with freedoms of you can worship a fly on the wall. Uh, where you can, it's okay to worship something that slaughters your kids and sacrifices them to some demon or witch or whatever. This is what happens to a country that allows it. You're going to have more killings. You're going to have more deaths. You're going to have this stuff. Uh, you know, it's going to continue until they sit back and say, it's time. We got to get rid of some of these people. This is what happens, folks. Remember this. You know what the proof is? These other countries that were once in havoc, well, they all came around and seen, and now they're saying we don't want people from America in our country. And I don't blame them. Who wants a bunch of Satan worshipers or demons or gangs or clubs or terrorizing their country? They don't want it. America has become Sodom and Gomorrah, that city that burned. This is what happens when you got idiots running the show. Anyone else got any opinions out there? Call it what you will, good against bad, evil against good, whatever. Call it whatever. We didn't create this mess. We ain't paying for it. And we are going to have no repercussions from it. Um, it has nothing to do with us. This crap was here before we were even born. And for these people to try and suck us up into their madness is appalling to me. It's ludicrous. I find it just appalling. And they're big, they're giants, they're strong people, but they're idiots. Because, like I said, your guns are obsolete. Them are a thing of the past, folks. And a lot of you can't deal with it, but it's just the way it's going to be, you know. And like I said, I'm going to save this country a lot of money because when we find these people, and we find that they are military people, government people, we are going to take their pensions. And they are going to get nothing but a lifetime in prison. That's it. I'm going to save this country a bunch of money. We are not going to pay people to slaughter our children and cause havoc in our country. They took an oath, and that oath goes for their whole lives, not 8 years in the military or 4 years, and then they can go out and slaughter and kill whoever they want. We catch them, and they got pensions. We're taking them. We're taking them. Simple as that. Your days of your secret societies and your little cult is over with. We have to, we'll clean this whole country. No one will be left. And we'll bring other people in to clean up the bodies. You people disgust me. Now, back to the case. They're all similar, folks. Do your history, do your research. The Evansdale girls, well, they were found the same way as the Delphi girls, who were found the same way as Gabby Petito and the Moab girls, who were found the same way as all the other 8 girls that were found out there and the 2 guys. Now, here goes my phone ringing off the hook again.
Yes, John Freeman. He message. Thank you.
Good God. Yes, broken dishes. They fail to see what is going on in the Summer Wells case. If Summer Wells ain't dead, then it proves that these people orchestrated a kidnapping or a missing person for one thing, to collect money. That's a scam. If she is dead, it is still all creating a scam to collect money for Summer Wells. What do I think? I think these families are so indulged with evil. I've seen some photos of Candace Wells, and I'm like, if that ain't evil right there, I don't know what is. It's rotting this country out. It's somebody was probably trying to do the same thing that Aleister Crowley did back in the day. Open the door to these demons or whatever. And these demons have possessed the people. And it's just horrifying. It's just unbelievable. Like the Lord said to me, I got to clean the world again. And I was like, Lord, I don't blame you. You know, I used to be a hellraiser myself back in my younger days, and I got a disability. And these people are more nuts than I can ever imagine. It's one thing to make a movie, imagination. It's another to actually go out and do it. And that's what these people been doing. And they fell into the river of deceit out there in Delphi. You know, and I've been telling these people, quit talking to these demons. Quit talking to these people. It says right in the Bible, you know, they're not what you people think they are, angels and spirits. Quit talking to them because pretty soon the government and the Lord's going to say, yeah, it's time to clean this world again. These people are so indulged in their witchery and sorcery and corruption. Well, Lord, giveth me a few. Giveth me a few to carry on after you're done cleaning this world of this scum. These people actually make money off of it. They actually videotape this stuff as snuff films and stuff. They actually have sex with animals. It's time to clean the world, Lord. Giveth me a few of the many that are corrupted. You know? And we'll save the USA. But if not, it's gone. And the world will follow through with the world till we get rid of all these idiots. Yes, broken dishes. Yes, broken dishes. I've heard that. Yes. Or is it somebody summoning Aleister Crowley through these people? This is what happens when you allow countries and people to do this stuff. And they hide behind the government. And the government actually is protecting these people because they think that it's going to save their lives. And really, look at what their witchery and sorcery has done. It's created death all over the world. sicknesses, children being killed, and they think it's their right. Well, now they have the right to die because now people are tired of it. I'm sick of it. It's madness. More crazier than I can ever be. And what is a sociopath? A sociopath is somebody that goes out and slaughters and kills and thinks that it's there's nothing wrong with it. It's normal. It's going to make a great movie. It's going to make a great movie. I mean, that's what sells in this country: chaos, madness. You know. Do I think that Brian Laundrie was a terrorist slash copycat killer? Very well possible. Another Zodiac, sure. Him and his team. Like I said, it was many of them. Many of people knew what was going on. I think Gabby Petito was dead a lot longer than what they're saying. I think it was Brian Laundrie and some people using her phone. Probably a good month before she even died, maybe 3 weeks. I think she was dead longer than what they're saying. And he was using her phone. And that makes sense. And I think he was taking photos of other people that were out there that looked similar to Gabby Petito to try and throw people off, to give them hope that, well, maybe she just can't get signal through her phone. Or maybe, you know, they're joking around or something. Or same thing with the Delphi killings. They didn't want them girls to be found right away. I don't know. I just find it all evil. I don't want nothing to do with it. This whole world has become a river of deceit. Had nothing to do with me or mine, so it don't matter to me. I just tried to help out. I think it's all been staged, a big a setup, and I think they got caught, and their witchery and sorcery days are pretty much over with. Uh, and everything is coming true. They're leaving the churches, and nobody wants nothing to do with any of this stuff. They just want to live a peaceful, safe life and have something for their children and their family. And they all want to be left out of this and don't want nothing to do with any of this gibberish that they allow in this country. Blasphemy. Some would say that's what it is. I would have to agree. Yeah. I would have to agree. I don't think it was Abby and Libby that took them photos. I think there was a whole bunch of them. It could have been them two girls that were supposedly out there at the same time as Abby and Libby. Yeah, I think we got them. I think we prostitution, meth, gangs, clubs, sorcery, witchery. I think we're on to the right people. A lot of them are on the run. You know, close the borders, especially to Canada. You know, a lot of these people, after all this stuff happened, well, they went on the lam. You know, they boot scoop boogied away from that area uh, because everybody was saying, well, it's local guys that live in that area. You know, and it was, but they didn't stick around. Most of them boot scoop boogied out of it. You got Anthony Greeno saying that he's from Delphi area and grew up there or whatever. But then you got people saying Anthony Greeno ain't even from Indiana. Yeah, you don't know. You know, you have to remember Anthony Greeno is a production company, meaning movies, production, stuff like that. So this could have been all created. You know, entertainment for YouTube or whatever. We don't know. But I think they're on to some of the guys. They got some of the guys in prison in the Delphi case, and yeah, we're still looking for Brian Laundrie or anyone that looks like Brian Laundrie. I believe uh, in the Petito case and the Moab case. That's what I'm thinking. And I think that some of these people are probably government kids family members or whatever, and they're trying to, they might be police officers, they might be, you know, and they tried to cover it up. But this is, you know, this is going to, if it's true what some of these people are saying, uh, and it actually is a cover up because some of these people are involved with politicians or whatever, uh, ex police or FBI, it ain't going to stop the citizens and these people from attacking them because they lied. It's everything the one side is saying. They're corrupt, they're evil, they're killers, whatever, witchery, sorcery. And then you have the other side saying, we're not this, we're not that. It's these people, this politician war. Just horrible. I think these people are right around me. Some people say it's a curse. It's a some kind of a gypsy curse. Whatever it be, whatever it be, people are tired of it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. I'm just a moron. Who am I? Nobody. And you know what? I'm glad to be nobody in this world of somebodies. There's rumors out there that people think this might be have something to do with music or some kind of a gang or down south down there. This country rap stuff, and these guys are linked to that or whatever. I don't know. It might be. I'm not into country rap. Sorry. This is what happens in a country with that many freedoms and that kind of corruption. I've seen all kinds of videos on these cases. What do I think? I think it's nuts. I think anybody in their right mind that ain't that far gone could look at this and say, how in the heck did they let this happen? How are these people getting away with this and not prosecuted or picked up or, how? I don't. It's entertainment. It probably was all a lie. And these are all cold cases that happened in 1984 or whatever. You know, an illusion, madness. Complete madness. And now the country has become mad. Well, because we were all drove mad from this madness that they created. I didn't create it. No one else created it. They make it sound like people made them do it. No one made these people do anything. They did it because they wanted to do it. They wanted to make $1 off of it. They wanted to cover up a murder for a friend or a family member. Or a club or a gang that they belong to. What these people did was they created a mystery that even though you tell these people we have the killers in custody and we are looking for more, this case will still, 20 years from now, probably people be putting out videos about it. It was this guy. It was this guy. Every day there's a new suspect in the Delphi case. And you can tell these people, no, we're on the right track and we already have some of these guys in custody, and they'll still come up with it was this money, because they make money off of it. They make money off of it. God save their souls. I don't know. It's all about drama now in this. I should have stuck to just playing music, just doing music videos. And that's what I am going to do. And the rest of the world can do whatever, but it's madness. And some of these crime channels now have turned into madness. High school kids stuff. They're still back in 1984 in high school, upset about something that happened in high school. I don't know. They're not like me. They can't forgive, forget, and move on. No, I'm going to be the first one to admit I used to watch all the crime channels, even Greeno, all of them. I've even listened and had Sean Harmon in my chat room. You know, I watched them all. You know, some of them jumped on the drama crime channel train simply for views, money, or to cover stuff up. I'm going back to comedy. I got to get a cup of coffee. Oh, what a tangled web these people wove for themselves. For themselves. Unbelievable. Nobody else. The police investigated it. Their stories didn't match. And that's why the police changed their tactics and went after certain people. You know, was it Chadwell? Was it Mikey? It was a bunch of people? Was it Keegan Klein and all that? Well, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure out. You got photos of Keegan Klein with white powder and giant bags of cannabis and money and chains all over him. Did Keegan Klein have a hand in it? Well, sure he did. Was he there? No. Usually the top guys that are money guys are head of the illegal activities with the drugs and whatever. Don't do the dirty work. They pay to have it done. So, could all these guys been getting a piece of the money? It's possible. It's a theory. Anything is possible. Here's what I think. I think they let it go too far. I think YouTube let it go too far. There goes my phone again. Ooh, it's Chicago. Actually, that's what it said, Chicago, Illinois. Chicago's calling me hometown. Can I get a boop boop baby?
Yes, John Kramer. New message. Thank you.
If you're watching, leave a message. The whole states are calling me now. What are we dealing with? I don't know. I don't care no more. I'm going back to I'm getting all these people out. I'm going back to happy-go-lucky, truthful Johnny. Playing music and comedy and stuff. And scaring people. Remember, Jigsaw's watching. Ah. So that's what I think. I think a lot of them did the boot scoop buggy after the murders. I think they came north, went south, east, and west, and got out of there. Greeno don't even live around there no more. Anyone got any other thoughts on the case? There is no bad theory. There is no bad question, especially when it comes to girls being killed and innocent men and stuff. You know, they did find two guys that were out there in the Moab area, or Petito area. Uh, I think these people opened the door to Satan, and I think they should be prosecuted for opening that door to Satan. In Jesus' name, I pray that he gets rid of these people so we can go back to being normal, civilized human beings. These people slept, laid with animals. Broken dishes, you're right. I think every single one of these murders were planned, staged. I think little Gabby Petito knew more than she wanted to know. Possibly could have had a hand in some of this stuff. Possibly we won't know the truth because she's killed. And Brian Laundrie did not want Gabby Petito to be brought down to the police station for a reason. And that reason is she would have cracked under interrogation and she would have spilled the beans of what kind of monster he was and actually what they were involved in. And a lot of people keep going ahead and they keep bringing up the marks and scratches on Brian Laundrie. And I keep telling these people, them injuries did not happen as they say they happened. They did not just happen. And you know why? Because they were already scabbed up and not bleeding. That means it did not happen when they got pulled over, like Brian and Gabby said, because they weren't fresh. They were not bleeding. They were already scabbed up and healed. That means they happened before they got pulled over. Possibly from somebody they killed recently. Maybe before they met the Moab girls. Maybe it was after they met the Moab girls. We don't really know when the police pulled them over, what day actually. That all could be being covered up or made it to look like something that it really wasn't. Well, you're right about that, broken dishes. Coincidence? Maybe, but I don't think so. I think all these girls were connected through something, maybe a dating site. Like I said, when my computer got hacked and I was getting all kinds of emails from dating sites, uh, I could have swore I seen little Gabby Petito's photo on a dating site. And that would make sense. Maybe it was a dating site. Maybe they were using them as lures. Maybe it was prostitution involved or something. I don't know. We don't know. But I can guarantee you this. All these people have caused one thing: mass hysteria. And now people that didn't believe in weapons, well, now we're all stocked up on them. People that were law abiding citizens, not violent people and stuff, are now thinking we have to overcome and adapt just to stay alive on this earth. And I'm one of them people that thought I would never have to do that. Security's good enough and this and that, but it ain't. It's all been an illusion. It's all been a grand illusion. I'm thinking probably Brian Laundrie was killing before he even. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, and I'm not going to. But if we find Brian Laundrie, we want to question him on the Delphi case. We want to question everybody on the Delphi case, even Candace Wells and Don Wells. You know, they want to question everybody, even the Sean Harmons and the Anthony Greenos, and even the families. The Petito family and the Brian Laundrie family, and even the FBI is on the stand. Everyone is. They all played with our children's and our families' lives and this country's lives and the protection of this country and our citizens. And that's what comes first in this country is the citizens and the working man. Because without the working man, without the citizens, the people, you got nothing. They're all suspects. Why? Because they have criminal past of doing stuff like that: kidnapping, violent crimes, massive amounts of drugs, meth, trafficking, you name it, kiddie porn, whatever. Bendejo says he lives with a psychopath. Where's my relief? I don't know, Ben. You should be getting a check, though. There's talk of another stimulus check in the works. Now, you think people would, it's winter time, cold, people can't get out, people can't. Yeah, there should have been a stimulus check. That would have got people out. That would have got people into the stores spending. Yeah, I'd say it's time for a stimulus check, especially for the poor. You know? Yes, maybe get a hold of Dave. Maybe Dave will send you a pedal. Maybe. He's got so many guitar pedals. It's not funny. He's shooting for the Guinness Book of World Records of pedals. And I'll tell you, by this time next year, I think he'll hit that goal. I really do. Like I said, though, you're going to see a lot of stuff changing right now within YouTube, the internet, uh, these, I guess, ghost accounts, altered accounts, or whatever. You're going to see a lot of stuff, people getting cracked down on for that. Because a lot of these people that have come up dead, that's how they lured people to the places they wanted, or hacked their computer to keep an eye on them or whatever. And that's how the two girls came up dead out there in Delphi, and I believe the Evansdale two girls too. They were lured away. No broken dishes. I never did. Is it a good channel? No broken dishes. I don't. I mean, I watch Richie Blackmore, uh, his music, of him and his wife doing the medieval whatever it is, they play at these big gatherings where they reenact medieval times or whatever. But other than that, no. But I gotta go. It was an hour and 30 minutes long. Do I watch anything good? Ben Davo says. Yes, I watch all kinds of good stuff. I used to watch a lot of the Bible, a lot of the historic stuff on the Bible and everything, on Jesus, the devil, and all kinds of stuff. Used to watch a lot of comedy stuff, uh, sci-fi stuff, and a lot of good music. And that's what I'm going back to. This crime fighting stuff is for the birds. It'll drive you nuts. And the proof is in the show. The proof is in YouTube. The proof is in some of these channels. So what are we going to do? I don't know. These people have scared a lot of people. You know, they've scared everybody. They've even scared me. Scooby. Scooby Dooby Doo. But no longer are we afraid of these animals. Do you, Ben? Well, then, if that's all you watch all day, you got a porn problem. Then you got a porn problem. Well, if you're sitting around all day yanking the old baloney, you got a problem. You need help. You know? God save them. My country, 'tis a thee, sweet land of liberty, from the icy. I don't know. Who am I, Lord, to tell these people how to live? Who am I, Lord? Nobody. Thank God. I don't want to be wrapped up into this crap. I'm already broke. Broken Dishes likes the cats and dogs videos. I like them too, and I like the try not to laugh videos and stuff like that. I also watch them videos, Broken Dishes, of these little babies and these little kids that are like blind or they can't hear. In like for the first time, they get to hear their family, or for the first time, they actually get to see their mother and father. These they're like little kids or whatever, or even grown adults. I watch them videos too, like these people that are deaf and then they get fitted with a new hearing aid or something, and they can hear their family for the first time. And that's always a tear jerker with me. You know, I watched one with a little baby and she couldn't see, she was blinded. And then they got her a pair of glasses, and she wasn't but like 6, 7 months old or something. And she couldn't see, and they gave her these glasses, and as soon as they put the glasses on her, she could see her mother, and she started smiling. Oh God, it just broke me. It just broke me. I was like, oh my! As soon as they put the glasses on that little baby, and her mother started talking, her eyes went right to her mother, and then all of a sudden she could a big smile on her face. This is I can't even talk about it. It's it's I can't talk about it. It's making me tear up. It makes me tear up. And then I watched one a beautiful woman, and she was deaf, and she couldn't talk right. She couldn't hear, and they gave her this new hearing aid or whatever, or implanted a new hearing aid in her. And then they turned it on. And as soon as they turned it on and she started talking, you can tell her speech. And she was like, I can hear myself. And then her family started saying, I'm over here. Can you hear me? And she was, I can hear you. And it was just, it was heartbreaking. Oh, God. See, I grew up with a family that has disabilities, and now I have a disability. So I take the people with disabilities, and I sub to a lot of people that have disabilities because I grew up around it, and people don't really know the stress of it. God saved their souls. For those who don't have a brain to understand the Bible, in Jesus' name. All right. Any other questions? No, none. Self-induced disabilities. No, I didn't. I didn't self-induce my disabilities. Either did my family or the people that they knew. My disability wasn't self-induced. It was an accident. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing I could do about it. I didn't choose this life, but I'm playing the cards that they gave me as best as I can. You know? The devil has a hand in everything, even our health and our disabilities. And if these people want to live by the Bible, well, them people are innocent that did all them killings, and it was the devil. that did all them killings, rapes, and molestations. It wasn't us. It wasn't the people. It wasn't the citizens. It was the devil. But sooner or later, this country will have to make a choice whether they are with God or against God. You know, Christ, I've worked my whole life with a disability and never got a penny until recently. So, but there's those out there that are born with disabilities and they can't work and they need help. They can't go out and get a job. You know, their bodies won't allow them. See, my brain was messed up, but my body was in great shape. So I was allowed to go out and work, hard labor or whatever, to make a dollar. You know? Be safe, broken dishes. All right, I got to get off here. Got things to do. I'll be back later. Don't believe everything you hear on YouTube or in this world. Most of it's all been fabricated for our ears only. Brainwashing, MK Ultra, uh, whatever you want to call it. All right, everybody be safe. Love you. If you live out there by that volcano, be safe. It ain't done burping yet. And I imagine we're going to have aftershocks and stuff. It's in a bad place. That volcano out there in the ocean, it's in a bad place. Volcano, water, steam. Well, steam can be produced like in a giant explosion, like TNT. It's in a bad place out there because every time it does go up, water comes into effect, and that creates pressure, steam, explosions. Uh, and I heard that first explosion. I think I got it on tape. So I gotta go. I'll talk to you guys later. Be safe.